So I was wondering why sometimes you and I resist having a conversation about something that bothers us. Why sometimes you and I resist coaching when we know that the conversation would really help us to resolve something, it would really help us to move forward. 2 weeks ago, I was in that situation and I had a lot of thoughts about something big that created for me a lot of anxiety and fear. And I could recognize that those were just my thoughts, but I wanted somebody to help sort it out and with me. And I realized I'm afraid. I'm just afraid of being judged or maybe feeling shame afterwards. And I thought that if I only knew what this coach is thinking about it, what is her opinion about it, it would be so much easier because we would at least agree. But here's the problem. This is not the goal to agree. What it is about is for her, it would be to help me figure out how is this creating a problem for me and suffering for me, and help me to decide what I want to do with the problem. So instead, I decided to work specifically on my fear of being judged and the fear of shame about my thoughts. So I did that. But I looked back and realized that I ran away from coaching not once, not twice. I resisted it quite often. And I also heard it from my clients when they apologized for something or they postponed sessions. I have 5 reasons why we may be resistant to having a conversation or being coached. Number 1 is we are afraid of judgment and shame afterwards. And the way to deal with this is definitely to have a coach that you trust. But sometimes you really don't know. And that trust can be broken also during coaching. I remember sometimes I just heard a change in the tone of voice. I detected a little bit of judgment or criticism, and I was done. I didn't want to be coached by this person again. The thing is that a good coach coaches herself before the session and after. And I know that there is a specific, some sort of zone that we enter. I coach people on subjects that definitely in daily life, I wouldn't even talk about it because I just can't. But in the session, I was out of the picture. All that existed was her mind, the person's mind. And I just led her through it because I knew that those thoughts create suffering for her. And I wasn't there for me, I was there for her. And then afterwards, I felt fine. And actually, it feels really good to be able to do this for other people. So we are trained in holding space without judgment. So, but choosing the coach that you trust is important. Another reason why you may be afraid of judgment is when you have a problem that normally people don't talk about. So you have judgment about your problem. And while a good coach can coach us on almost anything, there is a benefit of looking for people that specialize in this particular problem because they invested. Maybe they have a personal experience with it. Maybe they invested more time to study this particular problem. Now, the second reason why we may be resistant to coaching is you may think that this is a luxury problem, this is a small problem. Actually, I had people tell me, I feel so bad about getting coached on this because I know it bothers me, but there are people who have bigger problems, like really big problems. Or somebody else said, well, I'm sure your other clients have bigger problems and I'm just coming with this small problem, as if I was here only to help with big problems, and I'm not. And I don't know how those two things are related. Somebody out there has bigger problems, and you here have your own problems that you have an opinion of that they are small. I don't see how you not getting coached on it would help the other person with the bigger problems. Definitely the solutions probably are different for both of them. But also I think that everybody has their own path, everybody has their own path of evolution, and you cannot work on somebody else's problem. You have to work on your own problem. And also, whenever you will be at the place where you will feel balanced and really good, you will have what you wanted to create, then you will be more likely to help other people. The third reason why we may be resistant to coaching is you realize that this is work. You had a consultation and you thought in the beginning, okay, so they will tell me what to do. They will tell me, it will be like magic. And then you come to that consult and you realize, oh, I will have to dig deep. I will have to go deep. I will have to feel feelings and I will have to do the work. And nobody is going to tell me what to do. They will just guide me. They will just show me the process of decision, but I will have to do the work. And it's fine. We don't have to be uncomfortable and grow all of the time. We may choose when we are going to do this, if we are going to do this at all. The fourth reason why we resist getting coached is there is a subject that is really hard, difficult emotionally. I actually resisted getting coached on something for over a year or more because I didn't want to feel all those feelings. I didn't want to go there in my mind to discover all of the reasons why the subject is causing me suffering. So I simply, put stuff on top of it, and I resigned myself to the situation, but it was really heavy on me. And just recently, I took the steps to face what's going on, face the areas of pain. And it was not that bad. Actually, the resistance created more suffering for me than actually looking at it and doing just a little bit of work. So the fifth reason why we may be resisting coaching or why we may be postponing the sessions is because we didn't do the work and we want our coach to like us. We want our coach to approve of us and see that we are really doing good. So we cancel the sessions or move the sessions to the next week. And I remember several years ago, somebody coached me and on some projects, and I wasn't that organized really. And the session was coming up, the work was not done. So instead of sleeping, I was working on it at night, stealing the sleep from myself because I wanted my coach to approve of me. Instead of pushing myself and wanting my coach to say, good job, I could have said, this plan is not working for me. We have to adjust the plan to me. If I don't show the coach the real me, the real struggle, how can she guide me to the right strategy? I have a client that told me, well, we did so much work, and if I'm not doing it right, this is a waste of our work. And I hear the point, and at the same time, a coach is here to help us with those rough situations, not only when things are going good. So looking back at all the reasons why we resist getting coached. It looks like it's all our own self-judgment of our own problems. What is the solution here? I would say it's having more self-compassion. And this is also something that it doesn't come naturally to us. We need to learn it. Thank you for watching. If you like this channel, subscribe and hit the bell, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.